All right, so there we go. So, all right, for you as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now, who would be the starting catcher for the Orioles in 2025? Who's going to go ahead and start for the Orioles in 2025? So, obviously, you got Adley Rutschman, formerly top 10 catcher, former number one overall pick. Is he going to get most of the reps behind the plate or Sam Basayo? I think definitely a rookie of the year candidate. I still think it's going to be Adley at the start. Still going to think it's going to be Adley at the start, who's going to get most of the time, etc., behind the plate. I definitely think that's the way to go with him. That he's going to get most of it behind the plate early as well. It'll be interesting to see. I definitely think both of these guys will start. I don't think there's any question about that, but I definitely think the catcher will be Adley if you was to ask Craig Abernathy as far as who's going to start, and Basayo would back him up as well. First base. Now, backup first base, right? So Ryan Mountcastle and Ryan Kobe Mayo as well. I don't think there's any question whether these guys are going to be on the major league roster. I don't think there's any question about it. Kobe Mayo and Ryan Mountcastle is going to be both on the major league roster as well. I don't think Mountcastle could be moved, but I definitely think when a backup, have him be that backup first baseman. I definitely think they're fine with that. Kobe Mayo, I think, can be used as bait. I think he has more value as far as on the trade market. I think this is why you're hearing a little bit more with Mayo. They're talking Mountcast, but I really think they're fine moving Kobe Mayo as well. So, but I definitely think short of that, they'll both be there. I think they're going to find a roster spot for Kobe Mayo and Ryan Mountcastle as well. Mayo may have to actually play some third base here in this situation as well. Designated hitter Sam Basayo, Kobe Mayo, and Ryan Mountcastle as well. Everything I'm seeing is going to be Sam Basayo starting as the starting catcher. Would you start a catcher, a rookie, as a DH for the season as well? I think they would. I think it could also too be Kobe Mayo as well. I think Kobe Mayo actually has a shot, actually at that spot, at least at the start of the season as well. But everything I'm seeing, I think is going to be Sam Basayo, at least at the start as well. This is the most legit starting issue I think that is going in. Right field, Dylan Beavers and Tyler O'Neill. Dylan Beavers, I think, is definitely who the organization wants to start. I thought he looked fantastic at the end of last year. Dylan Beavers, I thought he was really good all season long. Tyler O'Neill, I thought was not good, had some injuries, but you look at the totality of his major league career, certainly this guy's had 30 home runs, over 100 RBIs, which is why the Orioles signed him in the first place. So I think you can keep him healthy. I think we really don't know what we're getting from Tyler O'Neill as well. I think this is a legit spring battle. I think whoever looks the best will start. I really do. I really think every time I say Dylan Beavers are going to start, I'm going to lean towards Dylan. But he always mentions the that Tyler O'Neill's getting. That's a real thing. So we will see who gets that gig here at the start as well. Number one starter, Kyle Bradish and Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers was terrific last year, most valuable Oriole. Kyle Bradish was, I think, considered the best starter now in the organization. Now we will see what happens. Ranger Suarez is now off the board. if it's not Framber Valdez coming in, I think it's definitely going to be one of these guys. I think it's going to be Trevor Rogers just based on what he did last year. It wouldn't shock me if they started Kyle Bradish on opening day, though. But I do think it's going to be Trevor Rogers at the start. I would think, based on the season he had. The only concern was he wasn't very good in the last start. I kind of noticed he kind of dipped a bit as well. But Rogers was absolutely terrific last year. I think he's definitely deserving of an opening day start. Number 3 pitcher, Dean Kramer, Shane Baez, and Zach Eflin. Zach Eflin is back as well. Baez is here, and Dean Kramer. Kramer is, I think, the odd man out if they actually get another starter, because I don't think you're moving any of these other guys. I mean, you just signed Zach Eflin, you just traded for Baez, so the only spot left would be Dean Kramer, and I don't think you're going to move one of the first two. So I do think he's the odd man out if they bring somebody else in. I think it is going to be Shane Baez to get every opportunity to be your third starter to anchor the second tier group as well. They moved a lot to get him. Former high draft pick. I think they moved a lot to get him as well. Eflin, I don't have a problem with him as a 5th starter. I mean, he was your opening day starter last year, so I had no problem with him as a 5th starter. I think he's fine when healthy. Just can he be healthy enough for the whole season? But I thought he was just fine. So you got 2 former Rays as well. Dean Kramer, I think he kind of is what he is. I think he's a good innings eater. Kind of this version of Daniel Cabrera. You know, it's going to give you decent starts in innings, and that's about it. As well, who's going to go in the 8th inning? We know Halsey is in the 9th. Ryan Kittredge and Keegan Aiken. I really do think it's going to be Kittredge in the late innings as well. I think they are going to look at Keegan Aiken as well, but I'm kind of thinking they brought him back for the 8th inning. I thought Kittredge, I think both of these guys were closers at the end of last year, but I do think they consider Kittredge a little bit more than Keegan Aiken as their 9th inning guy. There you go. Minutes late. Thank you guys for joining us here for the Ravery Sports Podcast. Like and subscribe to all of our social media content. We'll see you Monday for our Ravery Sports instant reaction to the Hurricanes and the Hoosiers. Y'all have a great day.